I was at Raisina Dialogues only a short few weeks ago, and I watched the American delegation running the most expert charm offensive. The generals were there, the heads of the naval forces were there, and a vast array of politicians, all very generous and exuding bonhomie and everything else. And yet underneath it, I felt a little bit of discomfort that this wasn't sincere. I attended a conference recently in New Delhi, and I was invited to provide the 13th man perspective, i.e. the independent observer. And in this conference, there were members, former finance ministers of European countries, in multi-billion-dollar hedge funds, and they were all so bullish about wanting to be a part of India's success story. And then I was watching our youngsters, a number of these startup unicorns were there, and I looked and I felt, this reminded me of the Darbar of the Rajas when the East India Company first arrived. You know, it was exactly the same story being played out. We had very positive, affluent members of our business community who didn't recognize that in front of them there were people who only had one perspective, and that was, how do we make wealth here without any regard to the principles and the well-being of this nation, masquerading as friends. So we're going to get a whole array of these. In conclusion, I was asked not so long ago, Panditji, what Shastra would you recommend to young people to read so they can better navigate this new resurgent Bharat? And I said, understand the rules of divide and rule. That's the most important thing that we have to understand. We need to understand how divide and rule as a strategy works, because that is the one thing that we are going to receive in abundance from every single nation, certainly to the west of us, and maybe even others to the northeast and elsewhere.